Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So, I love this. I love this so much. I think out of all my Halloween looks, I think this is my favourite one, even though I know that there's one more coming up that I'm very, very, very proud of because I body painted a lot on, which is Sally. But I actually love this wig so much. Like, I can totally see my hair right there. I would have done it in a bun, but it's only for the space of about 10 minutes that I'm going to have it on, and then I'm taking it off. But I love this wig so much. I have it just like clipped in the back a little bit, and this is just a piece of curtain as you can tell, that I've just kind of stuck on. And this hairband I got in Claire's, which is beautiful and matches the colours really well. I probably could have gone more grey, but I couldn't find a grey one, so I was like, I'll match the hair, it's fine. But I love this, and somehow managed to pick the exact lip colour that she has on. Corpse Bride, obviously. She has this like purpley, pinky, rosy sort of shade, and it's a new colour that I have. It's one of the classic horror LA Splash classic horror collection ones. It's called Siren, I think. Mina, sorry, it's called Mina, after Mina from Dracula. But yeah, it turns out that was actually the exact colour that I needed because I didn't have it anywhere else, and I only just bought it recently. It's going to be in a haul, so there will be a haul coming up of a lot of stuff that I bought, but I'll be having that up after Halloween is over, because look at my arms. After Halloween is over, because I am doing Halloween and I'm focusing solely on Halloween. I will eventually have more stuff, different stuff up, but it's Halloween time right now. But look at this wig, I love it so much, I love this makeup, love my eyebrows, I actually really, really like them. I didn't cover my eyebrows, like you could have actually properly concealed them. I just didn't want to, really. Love these lashes, these are from Primark. These are the luxury faux mink fake lashes. These are in the one with Boston, I've already shown them, but I love these, and they're actually surprisingly comfortable for the way they look. They look very, very dramatic and not comfortable at all, but yeah. We did add a bit of special effects in on this side here. I used a bit of scar wax and some latex to create more of an open wound, or a rotted piece of skin. You could do it more rotted, but she's quite cartoony, so I just went with that kind of vibe. I just drew some teeth and kind of darkened it a little bit. But you could do full on blood, you could do like it's torn and stuff like that, but it doesn't look like that in the movie, so I kind of just went with that. I don't really have a costume on. I've got a lacy skirt that I put on, but you can't really see it, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know why I showed you anyway, but yeah. So this is my Corpse Bride look, and if you want to see how to get this look, then keep on watching. Alrighty guys, so we're going to start off this look like the last few looks with covering our eyebrows, but I'm not really covering them properly the way you would completely cancel them out. I'm just flattening the hair down using a washable glue stick. Then we're going to start with a little bit of special effects, so I'm going to use the Nye Nose Scar Wax. This is in the shade Too Fair, I think it is. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to cover it in blue anyway, so I'm just taking a little bit up, and I rolled it into like a little noodle shape and then sticking it to the skin. You don't want to have any moisture or anything like that on the skin. I have just completely clean skin because it won't stick, but as it heats up it does get quite sticky, so that's why I'm using a spatula. And then I also have some Vaseline that I'm kind of keeping my fingers lubed up with to basically help smooth out what it's sticking to my fingers and coming off the skin. But I'm keeping one side raised and then I'm flattening down the other side, so we're kind of just scraping it down and getting rid of any excess. And I'm just following a picture to get this sort of shape basically. I followed a picture and just get it as close as you can. That's as close as I could get it with the wax. Next I'm going to take some liquid latex, any sort of liquid latex will do, and I'm just covering over the wax just so it's one, not sticky anymore, and two, it doesn't stick to my brush when I start going over and I don't disrupt it. It kind of hardens it a little bit, makes it a bit more solid. Then I'm going to take MAC Full Coverage in White foundation. I'm going to take the shade 091 from Kryolan Supracolor and also the shade 517. And I'm doing this sort of ratio, so maybe like a 1:2 sort of ratio each colour. And mixing together to get this pale, kind of dead bluey sort of colour. And I'm just popping that all over the skin, and it is going to be full coverage because the white full coverage is full coverage, and I'm just covering that all over. Now I am going to do my neck and chest, but I just brought it down a little bit onto my neck for now, but I do that later on in the video. And then I took a little small e.l.f. concealer brush and I'm just using that to buff around the little scar open wound sort of thing, just to get a bit more detail and get into all the crevices. Then I'm going to take MAC's translucent powder, the loose one, and I'm just setting my entire face with that. Just to take away the shine, get rid of the stickiness, and so that way if I do put any contour on, it'll blend nice and easy. I'm just taking some random black pencil that I have just to map out the shape of the brows, and I'm going above my own brow so it's nice and high. Again, you can cover up your brows, I just didn't want to. I thought it looked fine like this. So we're doing kind of a sad Tim Burton brow, so it's going up in the corner, very rounded and very long and quite thick as well. Then I'm taking the Supercat liner from Soap and Glory, and I'm just going over top of that just to really blacken that so they really stand out, because it is a cartoon sort of look, so we want to really darken that and emphasize them. For primer my eyes, I'm taking the MAC 24 Hour Extend Eye Base. I only had this on for about an hour or two, so I didn't really need this on, but I put it on anyway just so that the colours really stick to my eye. Then I'm taking the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I'm drawing that all along my waterline and very thickly along my lower lash line, and this will give us the very big round Tim Burton sort of eye shape, very rounded, very glass eye sort of thing. And then I'm taking the shade 388 from Inglot, which is a royal blue sort of shade, and it's quite bright as well, so I'm taking that on a MAC 217 brush, and we're just buffing that very rounded into the crease. Not really doing a cut crease, but try not to get it on the lid if you can help it. I'm not putting any on the outer corner either. I'm just going into my crease, making it very, very rounded and going all the way in, and blend that up as high as you possibly want to. Then I'm taking 373 from Inglot, and I'm just setting the white on the lower lash line. It's just a matte white, and we're just going to set that into place. Taking that same 388 shade on a little smudgy brush, and I'm just running that along the bottom edge of that white and connect it to the outer corner. Then I'm taking my 217 again, and I'm using that to buff out the edge of the lower lash line. Blend that down as far as the top is blended upwards. We're blending down the bottom as well, so very, very low. Next I'm taking the shade 483 from Inglot. It's just a dark navy sort of shade, and I'm using that on that same little smudgy brush just to carve into the crease a little bit more, just to deepen it some more. And yeah, then we are going to do the same thing on the lower lash line along the edge of that white again, and then we will use the 388 shade to blend that all out, and again nice and soft, very blown out as you possibly can. But I also want it to be dark as well, like, so the navy shade you want to build up a good bit so it's nice and dark. Then I'm taking the shade 63 from Inglot, and it's just a matte black, and I'm popping that on the same sort of brush, and we're just going into the crease even more just to darken it even more, give you a little bit more depth on the eye and make it look even more rounded. But it should still look blue, so not black, blue. And then lining the bottom lower lash line again. And then taking my 217 with the 388 shade again, and we're just going to buff that black out so that it still looks blue, but also a dark, dark blue, and also super blown out. I'm taking my sleek Vintage Romance palette, and I'm taking the shade Bliss in Barcelona, which is this sort of shimmery royal blue sort of shade, a bit more purpley, but on the royal blue side. And I'm just pressing that all over the lid, because her lids are not very light, they're actually a little bit deeper, but like a deeper version of her skin. Then I'm taking the NYX glitter primer, and this is a little NYX palette that I got at Christmas. It's a glitter, pressed glitter sort of palette. It's one of those glitter gel kind of feels, and I'm taking that little purpley bluey sort of glitter, and just using my finger I'm just pressing that all over the eye so it sticks to the glitter primer. They will stick on their own, like it's fine, but I find they last even longer with a glitter primer underneath. Then I'm going in with the Soft Frost highlighter from MAC, and I'm using this as my inner corner highlight, but I'm not going to stop there. We are going to use a second inner corner highlight just to brighten up the eye a little bit more. So for the second inner corner highlight, I'm taking the Huda Beauty Winter Highlight Palette, and I'm taking the shade Arctic Glow, and both of these highlights I'm also going to use on my face later on, which I'll show you, but this is also going on the inner corner of my eye. It has a bit more of a blue violet sort of flash, where the Soft Frost is more of a purple flash. Next I'm taking this sleek Dip It liner, and I line my upper lash line with that. I also took some MAC Extended Play Mascara and just coated my top lashes, not the bottom, because we want to keep those white to give the effect that the eye is larger. Then for my contour, I'm taking the shade 501 from Inglot. These are all eyeshadows, by the way. And I'm just using this as my cheek highlight, side of my nose highlight. I also do the underside of my bottom lip and my temples and the sides of my forehead as well. Those are super, super contoured, super strong contour. Definitely not something I would wear every day. By the way, if you can hear some like guitar music playing, it's the neighbour next door. They're practicing guitar. They're not very good either. So yeah, that's going on right now. Then I'm going back in with the 388 shade, also using this to contour the cheeks. And I'm basically using this to contour everywhere that I contoured with the grey. So you're just kind of going over top. The grey will kind of give more of a dead, cool toned effect. The blue will blend more into the skin. Also going in with the 483 from Inglot, the navy shade, and enhancing the contour even more, just to give a super strong, super sculpted face. Then I'm going back in with the Soft Frost from MAC, and I'm using this as my cheek highlight, so using it on the tops of my cheeks. I also highlighted my nose and my upper lip and areas like that, anywhere you want to highlight and contour. Also, I did contour the side with the open wound. I just went behind the open wound, so I didn't do it all the way across the open wound. I'm also going in with the Huda Beauty Arctic Glow from that winter highlight palette again, and going over top of that. I think the mix of the purple highlight and the violet blue highlight is really, really cool, and it really, really enhances the look as well. It makes it glam, but still goes with the actual look. Then I'm going in with a new product that you will see in a haul video. This is the Suva Beauty Hydra liner. These are just water activated liners. Water activated, I use Fix Plus Spray because I have that on hand and I find that works really well. This is the shade Space Panda, which is a white, and I'm using this to draw in just a couple of teeth. You can go into a lot of detail for the teeth and stuff like that, but you don't really see it too much in the pictures or anything like that, so it's up to yourself. Then I took a mix of the blue and grey Supracolor from Kryolan, and I also took a little bit of the shade 082, mixed them together just a small bit, equal parts, and it's like a dark purpley grey blue sort of shade, and I just used that to go around all the teeth in the open wound. And then I'm taking the navy shade that I used on my eyes, the 483 shade, and I'm hunching my shoulders forward to emphasize the hollows where my collarbone is and my neck and everything is, and I'm just contouring those hollow areas. Going back in with the Arctic Glow highlight from Huda Beauty, and I'm just using that to highlight my collarbones and all the high points of my neck and chest. And then I popped my wig on and my hairpiece, my hairband, and this is just net curtain that I have a strip of and I just popped it over my head. For my lashes, I use the Primark Beauty, PS Beauty, whatever it's called, lashes in Boston, I think they're, and they're super spiky and very doll-like, and I love them. They're so dramatic. Then I'm taking the LA Splash Classic Horror Liquid Lipstick in the shade Amina, which is this mauvey pink sort of shade, very muted, but it's a beautiful colour. It's such a nice colour and perfect for the look. And that is everything as far as I can think. Alrighty guys, this is your finished look. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I love this, and I think now that I kind of know what I'm doing, like I was kind of just playing with things and I'm super highlight right now. I think I would feel more comfortable doing it like going out if I was to use this, because I have all these wigs, I might as well use them. But I already have my Halloween costume planned out and my boyfriend's. I told him what he's going to be wearing, and that's just the way it is. Yeah, I planned mine and then I was like, yours is going to match mine. I'll hopefully have pictures on Instagram of my Halloween look, my actual Halloween look, so check that out. It'll be linked down below, and I will have more pictures of all of these Halloween looks. I haven't started posting any of them yet, but I will. They will go up eventually, as I always say. So yeah, that is gonna happen. I love how this turned out. It's like when I was doing the skin, I was like, ooh, it's a bit blue. But once you get a bit contour, you get a bit highlighty, it's actually looks really, really good. Contoured my chest and everything, even though you can't really see it, but whatever. It's similar to Sally. Sally is a little bit more grey. She's not as blue. She's more like a bluey grey, where this is more like pale blue and like very icy looking and very like ghostly. Where Sally is not. She's more just like not alive, if that makes sense. Yeah. Anywho, let's not get into all that. You will see that in the other video. I did the same kind of mix with skin for Sally. It's just with more grey, less blue. But with this one I put more blue, less grey. Make sense? Yeah, whatever. And I contoured more blue, where I contoured more grey with a little bit of blue on Sally. So yeah. This is the look, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you're all liking my little Tim Burton series I'm doing. I know there's loads more characters that I haven't done, and I'm not going to do them this year, but I might do them just like randomly here and there if I feel like throwing up a random look, if I get the idea or I get the things for it. It's getting the things for it, I think, is the hardest. The wigs and all the kinds of stuff. These are the only wigs I could actually find, so I chose them accordingly. Yeah, I really want to do Mad Hatter, but I couldn't find a wig for her or a hat, so I would have had to make it, and I didn't have time to make it, so I was like, okay, whatever. But if I had like a lot of money, then I would actually go out and buy some nice stuff that I could use, and then I could use them as actual costumes for myself or a boyfriend, whichever. So yeah, if you did like this look and you are liking this Tim Burton series, give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you're liking how yellow my teeth look right now, also give me a big thumbs up down below, because it looks so yellow right now because I'm blue. It's great. Also hit subscribe down below to see the Sally look that I am going to be posting soon. I already have the video pretty much done. I did that one before I did this one, which is really weird, but I wanted Sally to be last. I don't know why, I just did. So yeah, this one's going now. Whatever. And I have to edit this one really quickly because it needs to go up very soon. And yeah, leave me a comment down below. Let me know, what is your favourite Tim Burton character? That's what I want to know. Your favourite Tim Burton character. Is it not your favourite of my looks that I've done, just your favourite Tim Burton character of all time? I quite love Beetlejuice. It's my favourite, I think. Yeah, because he's just so weird and I just love him. I would say Beetlejuice or Jack. See, I'm just going to start naming people. I'm going to go Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is my favourite one. He's my absolute favourite. I love that movie so much. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys.